trust people or we don't? That itself is based on this question. Do we really trust people? It's all dependent on this. Do I really trust you? In other words, who are you for real? Do I need to give you incentives to be religious? So it's either Olam Haba or whatever, because I really don't trust you. But I tell you, if you're secular, you're going to get Malkus. If you're frum, you're going to get Schar. The whole Yesod of the Baal Shem Tov was, you could really trust people. In other words, Torah and mitzvahs doesn't have to be you don't have to give an incentive. You have to find out who you are. You don't have to reward a child to come home after school. You don't have to give a child a lollipop to go into the bosom of its mother. Why? You don't have to give him cotton candy and ice cream to go into the bosom of his mother. Why? Because that's where he is. To take him away, you have to give him a schar. So that's really the real question. Do we really, really trust the Jew at his core? And that's another major ramification. Do we trust people? Do we trust students? Do we trust kids? Do we trust Jews? Are they guilty till proven innocent, or are they innocent? It's a different. I'm showing you how the things trickle down. Now, sometimes they get distorted in the process also, but it's important to see how things trickle down. So, Sasim the Yisrael, in the Baal Shem Tov's writings and all of his students, you'll see the focus is you open up a Kedushas Levi, you open up a Moriv Hashem, you open up all the Svarim of Talmidei Baal Shem Tov. You right away feel this energy, especially if you're sensitive, that they're one, and there's Dvekus, and even a Russia, and right, that sprach that became very, very prevalent, and many people forgot about today. So, in many ways, the Baal Shem Tov started to speak about Soiviv. In one word, you could say he addressed Soiviv in God, Soiviv in the Jew. It's with Hashem also. Gali of Hashem is basically a God that there's systems. There's Midas Hadin. Soiviv, that's Mamali. Soiviv, within the system is really just what's the word? The system is only not incidental, but it's only the way Soiviv is being displayed to our eyes. It's the method of communication. It's the Dibra Torah Kaloshim B'nei Adam. Rashi says Shaha'oizen L'sabiris Ha'oizen, to be able to satisfy the ear, right? So Mamala is, God is very systematic. Very systematic. You'll have Shabbos Shuvah Drashos. Some of you have had experience with hearing different types of Shabbos Shuvah Drashos. One gets up and speaks about how God runs the world, how he punishes, how he rewards. If you do this, you have that. And all with sources. In Torah Baal Shem Tov, you'll see that it's a father. You just speak to your father, heart to heart. There's no right? You could transcend all the systems. Which God are they talking about? Is he Midas Hadin? Is he Midas Harachim? So some of us make this surgery in God. This Midas Hadin, Midas Harachim. If you do the right thing, you get him to change his mood. It's almost a shtickle of a Zara. Doesn't work that way.
Some say the other way.
Huh?
Some say that the other way.
The other way. Okay, right. That's true. Yeah, that's true. So you have here interesting things. So the Baal Shem Tov started to speak about Soiviv in Hashem, Soiviv in Torah, and Soiviv in a Neshama. Versus the other stream, which is the Galia of Torah, the Galia of the Neshama, the Galia of Hashem. Then came the Balatanya. The Balatanya, his main contribution was that Soiviv and Mamale are really one. That was his thing. You'll see in all of his Maimarim, ultimately it goes back to the Nekuda. And that's why in his life he was Mechaber the Tanya, he was Mechaber the Shulchan Aruch. Shulchan Aruch is classic Galia of Torah, with every Bamed Varim Amurim, with every Shitta, with every Chumrah of the Magen Avraham, the intricacies of Halacha. Then you have Torah's Hanister, Kabbalah Chassidus, which is Pnimiyus HaTorah. And his goal was the absolute synthesis. Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. That the mistake is to divorce the two streams. And the divorcing of the two streams, that ultimately is not true, not to one side and not to the other side. Because it's Hashem Echad. And even though in our perception we make those divisions, but that's a perception that one could overcome and needs to overcome. Because essentially every Nekuda of Galia is Sasim. It's trickled down in Galia when it comes to Torah, when it comes to Kutchabrichu, and when it comes to the Neshama. and the